What's up, y'all? I wanted to hop on here real quick, but I'm still kind of setting up, so bear with me. Turn on these lights, and then turn on these lights. Bam. All right, so this topic was just how to build the business, right? How to elevate the brand, how to get more consistent clients. I had a week, maybe 3 weeks ago. I had an entire 3 or 4 weeks ago. I had an entire week, 7 days of nothing, like zero clients, absolutely no work. It wasn't even like I had people rescheduling. It wasn't I had to cancel because of their plans or emergencies came up. I had zero clients for an entire week. Has never happened to me since I started my business. So I'm thinking like, what is going on? Like, is it the market? Can't be the market because I'm watching fellow videographers get work. Is it my rates? No, it can't be my rates because I know people who are charging more than me or that are charging about the same. So I'm like, okay, it has to be my sphere, right? The people that I'm working around just don't need me right now. That's a problem, right? What I'm offering is not what they need in the moment. And what I offer is listing, photography, videography, and drone work, podcasts, and event filming. Now, there was the following week where I was swamped. I had like 12, 14 jobs, 2 a day, sometimes 3 a day. And this was in a 5 day span. So Monday through Friday, I was like going to work. And one Saturday job, but I was going to work. But that week where I had nothing, I was stressed. I'm like trying to think like, what the heck is going on with my business where nobody needs what I have to offer? So I was talking to a buddy of mine who had like the best month of his career. And I was talking to him like, man, what are you doing that's different? Like what changed in this month that made you like go crazy? And his name is Randy, by the way. You guys should go check out his Instagram, go follow him. He dropped some gems. But he mentioned that he was doing a lot of free work prior to that month, and it just caught up to him. And I have been in a situation or a style of shooting where I'm not doing anything for free. Like I just haven't had the need to do anything for free because everything is kind of flowing. And let me turn up this light. It's kind of bugging me. Everything is kind of flowing in a way to where I don't have to do anything for free. Like the people that are reaching out to me are doing paid work. So when somebody comes up to me trying to do like collaborative efforts, I just turn it down because I'm not looking for free work right now, which I see now wasn't dumb. It just wasn't business savvy. I'll use that term. It wasn't business savvy because wherever I plant seeds, I can harvest those later on. And when I'm not planting seeds of like possible free work, and I'm not talking about like if in real estate, I'm booked and busy. When I have other realtors who are reaching out to me trying to like offer me collaborative effort for jobs I'm currently getting paid for, I'm going to say no to that because I'm currently getting paid for that. But let's say there was a brand new business in my area. They weren't technically having budgets for a videographer or media yet. I would reach out to them and do something for free because it's in a market that I'm not currently cycling. This is good over here, but I'm not cycling this yet. I'm going to work with them in some free or reduced rate work so that I can get in the door with them, so I can build them up as a client. Because what I remember from my personal story was that the people that I worked with that ended up being my biggest clients started as my smallest clients, because the people that I started to work with, they didn't have like a whole lot of space to pay me a whole lot of money, but I believed in their product, or I believed in their service, or I believed in them. And building that relationship, as I stuck with them in their growth, they paid me in their growth. Like my rates went up. So I'm not saying like just work with any and everybody for free. Like use wisdom. If you talk to them about their brand, if you talk to them about their client base, about the goals that they have for their business. You see them as a hard worker. You see them really putting their hands to the plow. Have some faith, take a risk, and do some collaborative effort with that person. Now, if it's just somebody who is out here, they're flaunting their brand new BMWs, they're taking pictures on private jets and they're going on yachts and all that stuff, but they want to use your effort for free. That's when you start to be like, you know what? I'm seeing the lifestyle that you're bringing to the table, and it doesn't make sense for me to charge you nothing. Like, if you really are this big baller, either you're a big baller or you're not. You know what I mean? Like, if you're faking it, okay, like, be that person. But in that sense, I don't want to work with people who are willing to fake the funk. Like, I'm not trying to work with somebody who is having this portrayal of a lifestyle they don't really have. I want to show you the real. So if I don't have this stuff, I'm not going to pretend like I do just to get like my street cred or, credibility up, because in the long run, it never works out the way you think. I would rather stand 10 toes down with somebody who has an amazing product that nobody knows yet and do some free work with them, get it out to the world. So when they start building and clients and orders and all that stuff start coming in, they're going to remember you, the person who believed in their dream. Now, you have to use wisdom with it. Like, if you want to do something like, you know what, I'll do the next 4 projects for you at a discounted rate, or I'll do 1 project for you for free, but it'll be evergreen, meaning you can use it whenever you need to get some more orders, have some more clientele, boost your service, whatever that looks like. The next job that we start to continue with, I will have to start charging you. That's wisdom. That's business. So I've been doing that as of recently. Business started picking up like crazy, because now I'm not just working with my regular clients waiting for them to reach out to me. Now I'm opening doors for people that I believe in, and they love that. They respect that. They honor that by never forgetting me, as well as letting people know, like, hey, I know that we're starting out on this frame, but as you start to build your business, I want to keep you grandfathered in on this rate. Like, I don't want to just keep increasing as you increase. I want to make sure that you're locked in. When their business starts to bloom, I don't need to charge them more just because they're making more. That doesn't really make sense, as opposed to making sure I have a client relationship that's locked in for a long time, because they know my work, I know what they expect, and we built a relationship that allows me to keep a healthy rate for years to come. And of course, they're going to be a good word of mouth person for you. They're going to be building referral based stuff, sending you people that need your services, and people know people. So it's good to get in a good foot like that. And I'm really glad that it convicted me. It humbled me. It allowed me to see during that week of nothing what I needed to change, how I needed to direct my services, because ultimately I was seeing a lot of people who were still working and still needed videographers. But their stuff that, they were offering me to film, I just wasn't in line with what they wanted to do. So I could have been doing some jobs during that week, but I just chose to kind of like, I want to see who really needs me that I can get with their vision, and we click, because that's very important to me. So if you are somebody who's trying to build like consistent client base, see what new businesses are out there that don't have a budget for a videographer, but they have a really good product, or they have a really good service, or you believe in them as a person, and offer them something either at a discounted rate or for free. And I guarantee you it's going to come back to you. Guarantee it, because wherever you plant, you will be able to harvest. It is a universal law of life. Where you plant, you will harvest. It doesn't matter what you're doing. And that's good and bad stuff. So some people call it karma. I don't. I call it reaping and sowing. But do that, because it does come back to you 100 times over. I guarantee you. I've seen it work over and over again. I've done it early on in my business, and I just kind of got away from it as time grew and my business grew. But I'm getting back to the foundation of what helped me succeed, and it's been helping again. So if you are somebody looking for that, trust me, it will not fail you. But I wanted to take the time to make this video because I have been busy. I actually have a shoot that I'm preparing for in a couple hours. So, but I don't want to forget you guys. I know you guys asked me a bunch of questions. I'm not overlooking it. I was just really busy for a while. I actually made a video about like budget stuff during that slow week. So back to busy kind of slows up my filming time, but I'll get back to it. I haven't forgot you guys. Trust me, I love doing this. Continue to ask me questions. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to cover during this video. It could have been a different topic, but I want to cover it quick. Somebody asked me, how do you like control yourself having the budget rate kind of conversation? And I told them that if you want to have a conversation with somebody that doesn't ask you your rate, they just want to go straight into the budget, then you need to start working with clients that have bigger contracts. Like people that are paying you out of their own pocket are going to ask you the rate because they're paying you out of the money that they worked hard for. But if you're working with like corporations who they get their budget from their bosses and it just trickles down, when you ask them the budget, they give it, or they'll tell you right out of the gate, this is what we're expecting. This is the budget we're looking for. How does that work for you? And if you want to roll with it, great. But they're not normally having this back and forth, what's your rate, what's your budget type of conversation. So I would say if you're trying to stop having the budget rate conversation, you have to stop working with people who are paying you themselves. Or you can work with people who are paying as a group. Like I've had realtors who couldn't afford my rates by themselves, but when they partnered up with another realtor, they paid or split it half. Then it was like, perfect, let's roll with it. So that's also another option if it's available to you. But I don't want to make this video too long. I really wanted to keep it about, how to lock in good business early. And that's just working with people who have a good idea or good service early, especially if they don't have a budget for it, because they'll appreciate you more. But anyway, yeah, let me wrap this up. I got to get prepared. My mind is all over the place, as you can see. Continue to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.